loafer.
There's the signal. Come on, let's go.
Somebody's shooting up the town.
It's a fine welcome for a couple of new marshals. Hey, Bill, wait for me! All right, let's keep the odds even.
All right, get up on your feet. What do you think you're doing shooting up the town like this?
We were only having a little fun. And besides, what business is it of yours?
Plenty of our business. We're the new marshals.
So clear out with the rest of your bunch, and the next time this happens, you're going to get 6 months in the calaboose.
Help! Oh, get me out of here! You... Help!
Get up! Oh!
I'll teach you how to have respect for a lady.
Now, wait a minute, miss, please. I'm Marshal Hickock, and this fellow you're using as a whipping post is my deputy, Jingles.
Well, I must say, there's no accounting for the kind of man they'll use as a lawman these days.
Now, wait a minute. We'd like to talk to you, please.
Anything I have to say, I will say to the mayor. The nerve of him to allow things like this to go on in my town.
Who was that?
I don't know, but I'd sure hate to be in the mayor's shoes for the next few minutes.
Yeah, wasn't too happy in my shoes a minute ago either.
Let's go get the horses.
Outlaws, new marshals, they're all alike. I'll tell that mayor something.
The mayor must have beat her to the draw.
She's fainted. Come on. What happened?
Oh, the mayor, look, in there.
Stabbed not too long ago. Wonder where that alley leads.
Right back to the street.
In that case, the killer would have had time to sneak out while we were coming up the stairs. Who are you?
Oh, Williams is the name, Judge Williams. I handled all of Mayor Osborne's legal matters.
I'm Marshal Hickock. This is my partner, Jingles.
Marshal, Jingles.
How are you, Judge?
I hope you drew him up a good will.
Fine thing. We haven't been on the job 5 minutes, walk into the mayor's office and find that in his back. You know, something tells me I ain't gonna like this town.
The town's all right, Jingles. I just wish I could say as much for some of the people in it. That must be Judge Williams. I asked him to bring over the other town councilman. It's open. Come in.
Marshal, you said you wanted to meet the other members of the town council. This is Ned Jenkins and Bert Collins. Gentlemen, Marshal Hickock and his deputy Jingles.
I didn't get that last name.
Jingles, you know, like a spur, Jingles?
He's been called that so long, I doubt if he even remembers his real name.
No, I do, too.
Well, sit down, gentlemen.
Well, Marshal, what's on your mind?
A lot of things, including the man who killed Mayor Osborne. But right now, I feel the important thing is to appoint a new mayor.
Yes, I guess we do need a mayor.
I've been looking over the city charter, and from what I've learned, the town council, meaning you three men, have the right to appoint a new man until the next election.
What about you, Ned? You know everybody in town. I don't think any of them would object.
Nobody except my wife. She claims I don't see the family anymore. What with opening the store in the morning and keeping it open until midnight?
Well, you don't know how lucky you are. I close the bank at 4 in the afternoon. Gertrude doesn't let me get in another word till we go to sleep.
As the only single man on the town council, I feel sorry for you boys. But that isn't getting us a new mayor.
The judge is right. There must be some civic-minded man in town that'd be fit for the job.
There is no such creature in this town.
Miss Hepzibah.
Gertrude. Good afternoon, ladies.
Don't you good afternoon me, you gunslinger. We heard what you five were talking about, and on behalf of every self-respecting woman in this town, you won't get away with it.
Get away with what?
Trying to appoint some useless, worthless, no-good varmint of a man as mayor just because he wears pants.
Hepzibah, you've got no right to do a thing like this.
We have every right. You men have made a mess running this town long enough. It's time we girls took things over.
Did you say girl?
One more word like that from you, young man, and I'll forget I'm a lady and wrap this umbrella around your neck. Well?
Well, what?
Do we get a female mayor or don't we?
A mayor in petticoats? Why, that's the crazy...
Paper Collins.
I think it'd be wonderful.
What about you, Mr. Jenkins?
Well, Mr. Jenkins?
Oh, it's all right with her. I mean me.
What about you, Judge?
Oh, I think it's a fine idea.
You do?
Yes. Won't be for 2 months. Who knows? Maybe Hepzibah's right.
Now that that's settled, which one of you girls would like the job?
Hepzibah.
She's a born leader.
That does it.
It does. Well, girls, you hear? I am the new mayor. Marshal, you will never regret this. We will make this town the purest garden spot of the West. We'll clean out every crooked den, every filthy saloon from here to Mexico. We'll clean... Yes, and we'll clean you completely out of your job. All right, girls, come on. Green Springs is going to get a real spring cleaning. A march. Marshal, we have only just started the fight.
Good evening, Broken. How's business?
Couldn't be better. I reckon you can still get a seat at the poker game.
Good. Wish me luck.
Evening, ladies.
Don't you speak to me, you vulture. All ready, girls. Charge!
Just a minute here. Just a minute.
Now you get out of here. Come on. Hurry up. Get out. Come on, you. Get out of here. Go on home to your wives and children.
What do you think you're doing?
You cheat you. No more bread will be taken from the mouths of innocent children by this den of iniquity. Come, girls, carry on. Now, get out of here. You all like you.
Hey, Marshal! Come quicker, carry up the joint! Marshal, come on!
Great jumping horny coat.
A bunch of crazy women led by that Hepzibah Snodgrass.
Why, that old dragon. Let me handle this, will you, Bill? It's against the law to wreck any legitimate business enterprise, mayor or not.
Well, you better let me go in there with you, Jingles.
Not on your life. I've been waiting for a chance like this since the first time I met her.
Wait for me! Go on, go on.
Well, I was outnumbered. How's a man gonna fight them females anyway? He can't hit them back.
Even if you could, I'd still bet on Hepzibah.
Oh, she's just a natural-born leader. It's her, Hepzibah!
Oh, there you are, you ingrate. Come here and take your medicine like a man. And I use the term against my better judgment.
Now, just a minute. Jingles was only doing his duty, Miss Snodgrass.
Mayor Snodgrass to you. And as for you, you might show some appreciation.
Appreciation?
Yes, for doing your job. If you had half the brains you were born with, you wouldn't have waited for a flock of women to go in there and clean out the golden nugget.
As far as I know, the only ones breaking the law last night were you women.
Well, of all the impudence. I guess I know a den of thieves when I see it. And while I'm on the subject, if you spent less time criticizing the intentions of a band of honest women and more time looking for clues, you might find out something about the murder of the late Mayor Osborne.
We're working on that, too. At least we know that whoever killed the mayor was a friend of his.
A friend of his? Well, that is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard of. People don't go around murdering their friends.
This one did.
I wouldn't believe that unless I saw it with my own eyes.
You will in a minute. Come out from behind that door, Jingles, and help me escort Mayor Snodgrass to her office.
And show her how to get murdered like the last mayor was?
All right, Mr. Hickock. Now then, show me how the mayor was murdered.
It'll be a pleasure. First, let's assume that you are the mayor.
You don't have to assume. I am the mayor.
Obviously. Now, Mayor Osborne was working at his desk when the killer entered. Now, a stranger would walk in and stand or sit here facing the desk. But Mayor Osborne was stabbed in the back. So that lets a stranger out. On the other hand, if the killer was a friend, Osborne probably wouldn't have paid any attention when he picked up the letter opener and casually walked over here.
Now, you keep your distance, young man. You remember, I'm a respectable maiden lady.
And when he was directly behind his victim, he raised the weapon. Broken. Dead. Anybody see it happen?
I did. I was loading supplies on the wagon in front of the store when I heard the shot and saw him tumbling down the stairs.
Where'd the shot come from?
Well, it'd be hard to tell. Offhand, I'd say it came from the alley right beside the store.
My guess is that it was closer to the bank. I heard the shot just as I was coming around the corner.
It's a clean getaway. Whoever fired the shot could have done it from a half a dozen different places.
Somebody must have wanted to kill him pretty badly to take a chance like this in broad daylight.
What are you driving at, Marshal?
Well, it's pretty obvious he was trying to reach one of us when he was cut down. The only question is why. Hey, this might give us the answer.
What is it?
Looks like a key to a safety deposit box. Pick a couple of men and get him off the street. Rest of you clear out. Judge, you come with me and Jingles. I want to have a little talk with Collins at the bank.
Yes, it's one of ours, all right, but what Grogan was doing with it is another story. He didn't have a safety deposit box here.
Well, in that case, who does the key belong to?
I'll tell you in a minute. Well, it's Mayor Osborne.
Mayor Osborne?
And Grogan was trying to get to us. This whole thing's beginning to tie in. Go get the box.
Well, seeing as how you're the marshal, I reckon it's all right. There she is.
Thanks.
Great jumping. Did you ever see so many $100 bills in all your life? I'll bet there's $20,000 in there.
Do you know about this?
What a man keeps inside his strong box is his own business as far as the bank is concerned. What beats me is how Osborne could have saved that kind of money on a salary of less than $2,000 a year.
Well, maybe the mayor's job was just a sideline. No wonder. This paper gives Mayor Osborne 1/3 interest in the Golden Nugget.
Grogan's place.
A third? Then maybe there's a third partner, too.
That's my guess. Well, let's assume that this third partner wasn't satisfied with his cut. So he went to see Mayor Osborne, waited for his chance, and killed him.
That's why Grogan was trying to get to us for protection. Afraid this third partner would try and kill him, too.
Too bad Grogan waited so long.
Then your job, Marshal Hickock, is
Is
to see...
to get the third partner.
Yes, but where do you start?
At Grogan's office. He was too smart a businessman not to keep a record of his deals. Like somebody's beat us to it.
You can't be too far away, either.
That must be him getting away.
Hold it, Jingles. You can't hit him at this distance.
We'd be clear out of town by the time we got to our horses. Look at him go.
Who was he? Did you recognize him?
No, he's too far away. We're just lucky we got here in time to stop him from getting what he was after.
How can you say for certain that we did?
Take a look at the room. Half of it looks like a tornado hit it. The rest is an apple pie order. My guess is that we came in and caught him right in the middle of it. Well, whoever did it sure saved us a lot of work. We ought to be able to search the rest of the room in no time.
Let me shoot him.
Well, that's the last of the books.
What beats me is that we haven't been able to find one personal paper. Now, Grogan must have kept a file somewhere.
But not around here. Maybe we ought to look at the ranch.
Ranch? What ranch?
Grogan bought the old Hennessy place near Bitter Creek about a month ago from the bank. He asked us to keep it a secret.
Does anybody else know about this?
Well, I had to file a record at the mayor's office. I reckon old Hepzibah's got her nose in it by now.
Well, then half the town will be wise to it and nothing flat. We better get out there pronto.
It's pretty late, and it'll take a good 4 hours to get out to Better Creek. You won't get that long after dark.
Maybe you got something there, Judge. Suppose we all meet at my office first thing in the morning. Head out there then. Come on, Jingles. Looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet night. Reckon it's safe to pull out now.
Pull out? Where are you going this time of night?
Out to Grogan's ranch.
You losing your mind or something? I thought you told Collins and the judge would ride out there tomorrow morning.
Look, Collins is sure to have passed our plans on to his wife. And unless I miss my guess, she's told everybody in town about it by now.
That sounds like exactly what you wanted.
It is. Whoever's behind all this is certain to hear the news sooner or later. And he wants Grogan's private papers even more than we do. Let's go. There she is. See anybody around?
No, we're in luck. Just as quiet as a church on Thursday morning. Couldn't ask for a better setup than this. We keep our eye on the whole range from here.
You take the horses inside. I'll keep first watch.
Come on, Joker. Buck shot. Stay where you are. Where are they? Where are they?
Relax. It's only a rooster.
Oh. I wouldn't be too sure. Look.
It's Hepzibah.
You should know it. She'll probably mess everything up.
Let's hope she stays in there. Hey, look, we got some more visitors coming.
Why don't you stand guard? You two men come with me.
Good morning, Bratton. Get their guns, Jingles.
What are you trying to pull, Hickock? We're not doing anything wrong.
That's the guy I saw hightailing it away from Grogan's office.
What about that, Bratton?
You don't know what you're talking about. What would I be doing in Grogan's office?
The same thing you're doing here. Looking for a partnership paper that's going to put a noose around the neck of whoever's behind all this.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Quit stalling. You've been in this up to your ears, starting from the time you shut up the town so that whoever knifed the mayor could get away during the excitement.
Drop those guns. Both of you.
Do as he says, Jingles.
Too smart of you, Hickock, to figure out how we took care of the mayor. Too bad it won't do you any good.
Let me take care of him. I've got a score to settle with this guy anyway.
That'll be enough, Brampton.
What's the matter? You going soft? We can't let him off now.
I don't intend to. As soon as we find those partnership papers, we're on our way and leave those two to the buzzards.
Get them, Marshal. Get them. I'm right behind you.
Well, that ought to take care of him. How are you, Bill?
Feel fine. Always did like a good scrap before breakfast.
Out of my way, you murderous varmints.
How about you, Miss Snodgrass?
Marshal Hickock, how often must I tell you that I am Mayor Snodgrass?
Well, after what you just did, Jingles and I'll be happy to vote for you for governor.
Yeah. You know what worries me is after Judge Williams swings for the murder of the mayor and Grogan, what's going to happen to the Golden Nugget?
Who cares what happens to that thieves' den?
Ow!
Why, it's a disgrace to our community. It's a blot on our territory. Why, that is the mostest...
Of the worstest.
Yes. Please.
That's all right. I tell you, Bill, this time she's gone too far.
I'll believe it when I see it. Even Hepzibah isn't that crazy.
All right, see it for yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Look.
You can't win unless you buy a chance. Come right in, young man. Honest Hepzibah's Wheel of Chance, the greatest fun game this side of Kansas City. Come in, young man. Take a chance, you know. You gotta have some fun here. Come along, young fella, 10 cents. Step right in, young man. Only a dime, the 10th part of $1. Go right in.
Miss Hepzibah.
Well, it's all for sweet charity, Marshal. For the town bazaar. And I'm willing to bet anybody my umbrella that the Golden Nugget will be the headquarters for the Ladies' Aid Society beginning right now.
Horn-faced old beetle.
I beg your pardon, what was that?
Huh? Oh, I said you're a natural-born leader.
Well, I always said that.